There was an old lady, her face etched with the lines of hardship and time, sitting on the bustling streets of the city, begging for alms. Day after day, she sat on the same spot, her frail hand extended, hoping for the kindness of strangers. Yet, people hurried by, preoccupied with their own lives, often too busy to notice her, let alone offer her a dime. One day, amidst the sea of indifference, a man appeared. He was neatly dressed, with a kind expression on his face. As he approached the old lady, he reached into his pocket and pulled out some money. He stretched his hand towards her, but then paused, holding the money just out of her reach. The old lady looked up, her eyes filled with a mixture of hope and confusion. After a few moments, the man withdrew his hand and the money, and walked away, leaving the old lady bewildered. A short while later, the same man returned. This time, he was carrying a weight-checking machine, the kind used to measure human weight. He placed it on the ground in front of the old lady, stepping onto it himself. After checking his weight, he reached into his pocket once more, took out some money, and handed it to her with a warm smile. Then, without saying a word, he left. People walking by noticed the unusual sight of a weight-checking machine on the street. Curiosity piqued, they began to stop and check their weight. Many of them, touched by the presence of the old lady and perhaps by the spirit of the man's act, decided to leave some money for her before continuing on their way. It wasn't long before the old lady started receiving a steady stream of donations. Every passerby who used the machine contributed a little, and soon, these small amounts added up to a significant sum. Days turned into weeks, and the old lady found herself accumulating more money than she had ever seen in her life. She no longer needed to beg. With the funds she gathered, she decided to open a coffee shop, a dream she had harbored for many years but had seemed utterly unattainable. The coffee shop, quaint and cozy, quickly became a popular spot in the neighborhood. It wasn't just a place for coffee, but a symbol of transformation and hope. The old lady, now the proud owner, ran it with a heart full of gratitude and a smile that could brighten the darkest day. Her life had changed remarkably, all because of a simple, yet profoundly thoughtful gesture. One sunny afternoon, a young man walked into her coffee shop. There was something familiar about him, though she couldn't place it at first. He approached the counter, and as he did, recognition dawned on her. This was the same man who had given her the weight-checking machine, the catalyst of her transformation. Her heart swelled with joy and gratitude as she attended to him. With a bright smile, she took his order and served him a steaming cup of coffee. When he reached for his wallet to pay, he gently pushed his money back towards him. The young man looked at her, puzzled. "Why?" he asked, his eyebrows knitting together in confusion. The old lady smiled warmly and said, "God used you to bless me. I was the beggar on the street to whom you gave the weight-checking machine. That machine changed my life. It allowed me to gather the money I needed to open this coffee shop. Now, I am rich, and it's all thanks to you." The young man's eyes widened in surprise, and then he laughed, a deep, hearty laugh. He shook his head in amazement and said, "Life is all about helping one another. It's about teaching someone how to fish instead of giving them fish every day." The old lady nodded in agreement, her eyes shining with unshed tears. "Indeed," she said. "Your kindness gave me a new lease on life. Now, I try to pass that kindness forward, helping others just as you helped me." The young man left the coffee shop with a heart full of warmth, knowing that his small act of kindness had made a world of difference. The old lady watched him go, a smile on her face, grateful for the chance to pay forward the generosity she had received. And so, the coffee shop flourished, becoming a beacon of hope and kindness in the community. The story of the old lady and the weight-checking machine spread, inspiring others to look for opportunities to help those in need in meaningful ways. The ripple effect of one man's thoughtful gesture continued to touch countless lives, proving that even the smallest acts of kindness can lead to extraordinary changes. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, share and comment. See you in our next video.